classmates, family, friends, Principal Lawson, Superintendent Burrows, welcome and thank you for being here at this wonderful moment of celebration. Before starting, let's take in a deep breath, silencing all our thoughts about the future and telling ourselves, wow, we made it. Now, I would like you to take this moment to thank and congratulate your classmates next to you for this milestone we are reaching today. When we entered high school, our experience was akin to moving into a new house. As with any other house, it took us a few months to get accustomed to our surroundings. We figured out where our earth science course with Mr. Herbert was. We learned how to spin our lockers open. And we asked Mr. Farrell where to go to practice on our football, field hockey, or soccer fields. But we also took note of the other people living here, our upperclassmen. As role models, our upperclassmen advised us, try out different clubs. Do all of your reading when you're in APUS. And most importantly, they told us freshmen will never win Winter Carnival. On February 1st, 2013, at 2:51 p.m., Mr. Farrell walked out onto the packed basketball court with the final result of that year's Winter Carnival. We, the class of 2016, moved anxiously on the hard benches. He opened up a paper and started reading aloud. And in fourth place, the juniors. We smiled. Our freshman class would not be last. In third place, the sophomores. Wow, we would not be second to last. And in second place, the seniors started rising, expecting us to be in second and them to be in first. And then the unexpected happened. Mr. Farrell announced, the seniors are in second, which means the freshmen won. We, the new occupants, the freshmen, the class of 2016, had against all odds won the carnival competition of 2013. So we did what any self-respecting, mature teenager would do in such a situation. We jumped up and down, squealing with joy, and stormed the basketball court. The energy on that day epitomized the people we were beyond the house that we lived in. Like any house, MEHS has provided us with the nourishment to fuel our day. The food that this year has been delicious, especially the pasta bar, thanks to Ollie's father, Baba, who directs the food services program at our school. The MEHS building has also given us shelter and accommodation in any kind of weather, humid heat, snowy storms, or drizzling rain. But most importantly, MEHS has furnished us a physical space where we can interact with our peers in places such as the Commons or the auditorium. But haven't we forgotten something? We've forgotten that nobody wants to live just in a house. People want to live in a home. There's a profound difference between living in a house, which means existing in a physical space, and living in a home. In politics, Aristotle explores the reasons why humans come together to build communities. According to him, we must lay it down that the association, which is a state, exists not for the purpose of living together, but for the sake of noble actions. Aristotle asserts that people come together to pursue and exhibit virtue. So, how do we best contribute to our communities and homes? How do we pursue noble actions, as Aristotle says, or virtue? I believe we can reflect about this question using Aristotle's mentor, Plato. In the Republic, Plato concludes that our homes are merely a reflection of our inner souls and minds. That means that our home is up here. And doesn't that make sense? A home is how we understand our own soul, which guides how we interact with our physical space and our community. We give best to our community by feeding our mind's appetite for knowledge, allowing our mind's reason to guide our emotion, and nurturing our mind's propensity to see the humanity in others. We have built this home over the past 4 years. Although it may not be physical, we have built it emotionally, socially, and spiritually with our minds. We'll all miss this home. We'll miss the faces of our classmates. We'll miss Brooke's sweet voice cheering us on, even on our worst days. We'll miss that one teacher or mentor who inspired us to stay up until the waning hours to grow as a student. We'll all miss huddling together for the football team that won 32 straight games, setting our state's record. We'll all miss Ken Call, running with us through the halls, being our most supportive friend. We all miss Mr. C, the teacher in H002, who left us in this life 2 years ago, laughed with his Muppets, and loved us like we were his children. These moments have all strengthened our sense of home. Now that we have built this home, we know how to set out to build other communities. In the future, when we're building, some might tell us, let's build a fence. Better yet, let's build a wall around our homes and communities. But we know better not to follow such advice, because doing so builds fences around our minds. Time and time again, the strength of our home has been tested. But on February 12th, 2016, we won the Winter Carnival competition for the second time, thereby becoming the only class ever to win the competition twice. So, class of 2016, let the whole building hear, loud and clear, we built it. Now let me hear you say it with me. We built it. We built it. We built it. Oh.